Good evening, everyone. Mm. I've spent the entire weekend just kind of plowing through, trying to get a lot of things set up, and I kept having this reoccurring thought, and I, it just kept coming to me, so I decided to just go live and share this thought with you. So, if you're catching this replay, if you're catching this by the replay, um, put hashtag replay. If you're catching this live, then just drop a comment so that I know that you've been here. Okay. So I know you've been here. I can acknowledge you the next time around or when I scroll through the comments. But I wanted to talk to you about the power of our words. Um, we saw this week the series of events unfold. I'm not here to hold a political conversation about what happened. I have my thoughts on what happened, but I'm going to leave those thoughts to myself. But as leaders in our industries, as upcoming leaders in the world, those of us who've been in business 5 years or less, or I would even say, I'll go 10 years, we are the emerging thought leaders. We are the ones who are going to take this world and lead it in the next direction. Some of us are already leading. Some of us have not risen fully into our power, but we're on the cusp of it. Wherever you are on this journey, we are the thought leaders. We are the industry leaders. And we must take into account the power our words have. And then accepting that our words have power, we must take responsibility for the intended or unintended repercussions of our words. I'm not saying that we're responsible for those who have a slightly altered view of reality and choose to twist our words to meet their ends. But I want us to be responsible for acknowledging that our words have power. And in acknowledging that, we must embrace the responsibility to be careful and to be certain that what we say and what we enter in the atmosphere, and when we understand that there is power in those words and in those actions, and that other people will then take our words and take action based upon our words, understanding that everybody is fully culpable for what they do and what they say, but also realizing that we have the ability to shape what happens from this point forward. And we can shape those things for the good, or we can shape those things for the not so good. Now, as I said, this is not a political commentary, but more so a commentary to keep us grounded and to really kind of look at what effect are we having in our world, in our circle, in our industry, in our businesses, in our homes, in our schools, in our places of worship, in our community at large. We have the power of influence. And a lot of us don't even realize how much influence we do have. So in short, I just jumped online just to share these thoughts with you. But I want you to recognize and realize that as the leaders of this world, we must be responsible and we must show responsibility for the effects that our words have on others. We must be clear in our intent and we must clearly convey that intent. This is Luciana Turner, the LT&A company. I just wanted to drop in after a long weekend of work. And I, I titled this Sometimes the Work Isn't Pretty. And that's what I was going to talk about, which is why I don't have my camera on because God knows I'm not pretty right now. But sometimes our words and the effects our words have on people aren't pretty. And we have to keep that in mind and choose our words wisely to ensure that we clearly convey what we mean instead of standing on the cusp of mumbleness trying to ensure we don't offend. Clarity first. And with that, I say good night, and I will see you tomorrow because I like to go live at dark 30 in the morning, and I believe I'm going to talk about how pretty our work is at times. Have a good day and have a good night.